order. Certification of open meetings have been met. Yep, there's an odd adoption of our 6-item agenda.
No coughing.
Do I have a motion on the agenda?
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion second. Any comments? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The next thing on here is a public comment period, but due to the time constraint this morning, if I don't see anybody in the room, if there was anybody in the room, we'd accept comments on the agenda. Without anybody being here, I'm going to close that back out so we can move right on to our main item, which is number 5, discussion action to review and select a strategic planning group to contact with. And with that, I assume Rebecca can lead us.
Yep, very good. And I'm sorry if you could hold on just a moment here. I'm trying to connect so that I get everything. I can put it online for people as well. So, as you know, we had 6 submissions for strategic planning, which I was really excited to see because I did not expect that kind of participation, so that was really good. We had a lot of really good submissions that we were able to choose from. I did receive one late, so it was just sent in and it's postmarked for March 7th, so I just want you to be aware of that, but the date is past due, so won't address that one. So of the 6 then you received, I want to share the scoring rubric that we use to score these. And Dave Carlson, Jay Hine, and myself each scored this. I put it on the screen so that those attending remotely can take a look at it. I'm going to pass that out real quick.
Thank you.
So we went through, and the total number of points that a group could receive total was 100. So we had each of these questions: timeliness, completeness of proposal documents, contractor's education, experience, professional history, evidence of successful completion of similar projects, previous experience with county government, compensation aligns with budget and quality of services, qualifications and experience of key personnel, proposed project timeline and ability to meet deadlines, cost estimate and breakdown. We took that, again, out of 100, and then there was an additional 20 points that were given on top, separate, to look at what the price, cost, and fees competitiveness of the projects were. Okay, let me get back here. Any questions about that? I'll start with that, I guess. I'm gonna stop sharing that. And then I'll bring up, just a moment again, I gotta switch back. Just a minute, I gotta move things if I can. Why can't I get that to move? I'm sorry, I can't, not able to grab my screen for some reason. Let's see here, I might have to leave and come back in. Mary, can you pass this one out? If you wouldn't mind, please. Thank you. Mary's going to pass out the scoring sheet next then, and while I try to reconnect. For some reason, I got kind of frozen
Take me half an hour to
on
get
my
up.
screen. Thank you. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I should be able to do this again. Okay, sorry about that again. It was, my screen was frozen for some reason. All right, so this is the scoring sheet, or you saw the scoring sheet that we used. These are the scores that came out of this. And so each of us scored these independently. I just tallied then the average for each of those, and then again, the average on the, as far as the price, cost, and fees competitiveness. So if you just take a look at the green and the red, again, I would say that we had excellent submissions, and, whoops, I see this number is incorrect in here. And so we just averaging these, I would say the innovative public advisors, the thing that puts them a little bit of a leg up is the experience that they have in county government. And so the individual that one of the individuals that actually sits on their group is a past county administrator and also city administrator, as well has done strategic planning for counties. The Morando Group is really strong in strategic planning, and I guess one of the differences is for me anyway, is looking at the Innovative Public Advisors Group, they did include a financial view of what we do as well. So that was one added piece that they included in their project. As well as the timeline. The Morando Group finishes, it's a longer period of time. They had a projected end time in October. And the Innovative Public Advisors Group was more on a 3-month or so, 3 to 4 month project timeline, depending on when we wanted to start. Looking at, it was actually more on a 3-month. So that appealed to me a little bit more as well due to budget season and how that October kind of puts us in the middle of that. So then, of course, if you're looking at cost, of course, we want to look at that. And just my observation, the Innovative Public Advisors Group was lowest in their proposal at $22,500 and included travel costs. The Morando Group was not far off at $25,000, but did not include travel costs. So I feel strongly that these are really good groups, and we wouldn't have we wouldn't go wrong with either one. So just basing it a little bit more on the financial piece is where the scoring actually came out just a little bit better as well than for Innovative Public Advisors. It was very close, as you can see.
Have we used them before at all?
We are currently working with Innovative Public Advisors with our media and looking at an overview of, they have someone that works, both groups, Morando Group and Innovative Public Advisors have a media marketing person that works with them, which is appealing as well, because they'll be able to work, talk to us a little bit again about how we form our communications.
Not a big deal, I'm just curious, where are these based out of?
The Innovative Public Advisors is out of Wisconsin, the West Bend area, and the Morondo Group is out of Maine.
Okay.
That would be quite a bit of travel cost.
I think that's why
Right,
I felt also that that would add a bit on travel costs.
Does the Innovative Public Advisors that travels free included, I should say, but do they limit it to how many trips they can make over here?
They do, they have 3 trips to Trempealeau, not including what they would do, virtually, but yes.
Do they have an option if a 4th trip would be required, or is that wide open?
They did not address that in their proposal. I'm sure, we could talk about that. I think, though, if you're looking specifically at the Morondo Group and coming from out of state, to say
Right.
that they'd be doing 3 would be a lot on
Right.
travel
Yep,
costs.
yep.
But to your point, that is not something that was addressed in the proposal.
One of them's dang near double everything else. Who was that again?
That was the group that we scored lowest, 2 points on there, the Agility Insights. They were very high, but at approximately 69,000 for that proposal. So yeah, they were pretty far out compared.
And they certainly didn't score high enough on the product to compensate for that.
Correct.
Anybody else with any more questions?
Not me.
Go ahead, Adi.
I said not me, I'm good.
Okay.
So I'd just be looking for a motion to move forward with Innovative Public Advisors as the strategic planning group that we'll be working with.
I'll make that motion.
You make the motion to go with the Innovative Public Advisors.
Yeah.
Okay, do I have a second? I'll
I'll
second it.
second if
Okay,
you
go
have
ahead.
one.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to go with Innovative Public Advisors based on their scoring. Any other discussion or questions? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Carried.
Great, thank you very much, appreciate it.
I think that's the last.
And I really want to say a thank you to Jay Hine and Dave Carlson for reviewing. So that was very appreciated and helpful.
Yes. Thank you. With that, there's nothing else on our agenda, so we can close the meeting at, looks like, this clock says 8:13.